We've been farming here in the county for over 50 years, family owned and operated, poultry mainly. But we also grow our own vegetables, produce, tomatoes, green beans, corn, okra, things that we sell here at our produce stand. For 2 years we sold okra to a local produce stand ourselves. We grew it and we're selling it, and there we just became interested in it and decided we wanted to try this ourselves, and that's how we got involved. We turned to Cooperative Extension. Dustin Adcock through the Cooperative Extensions helped us greatly with our marketing, knowing what things would sell better than others, what to grow here seasonally to help our own produce stand as far as cut our costs and things like that. Also who to buy from, local farmers that grow different variety of things that we could keep things local. Our biggest goal was to be as local as possible with what we sell. And so we wanted to make sure that we had as much local produce in our stand as possible, that we wouldn't have to go get in other places. Keep it here in the county. When we come up with the name, I've got 3 girls, and we just decided to name the business Farmer and Daughters Produce to put them in there. And also they help us here. They work during the summers when they're out of school. I let them, basically they run the produce stand. I go get the produce or whatever they need, grow it, whatever, and bring it here, and then they sell it. And it's a great learning experience for them. It gives them job experience. Average days, $300 or $400 a day would be maybe an average. Weekdays are slower. Your best days are your weekends, Friday and Saturday. A lot of stands stay open on Sunday. We just chose not to. We go to church, so we just didn't open on Sundays. But your weekends are by far your best, and you'll double your business on the weekend compared to a weekday. Holidays are always great. The fruits and vegetables, a lot of things sell quick on holidays. I would say 70% to maybe 80% of our produce is locally grown. Even the watermelons and things that are not just totally local here, but they're right down the next county over. Peaches, things like that here in Pageland and McBee that are not far away that we can drive and go get. But it's important to have that. It makes a difference. People know the difference, and the taste is better. It's just a variety of reasons, but people knowing that it's locally grown makes it's a big deal to people when they come in and buy stuff. They really like knowing that it was grown right here in the county.
My name is Teresa Lee, and my age is 53, and I live here in Snow Hill, North Carolina. I have muscle disease and I have a bone disease, and neither one of them are curable, and losing the weight will help control them more. And in order to do that, I had to lose weight. Before I started in this program, I had been struggling with weight issues for about 9 years. My weight was 277. My blood pressure was, sometimes it would kick from 140 to 200. My diabetes was, the A1C was at the highest point of A1C, which is a 9. I was on insulin 3 times a day. My blood pressure pills, they were so high, I had to take those 3 times a day. In January of 2013, I was in so much pain that the doctors told me I either had a choice. I could either lose the weight or I can shorten my life. I was laying on a chair one day and I asked God, I didn't want to be like this anymore. I couldn't walk from A to B. So I got up off the chair and I walked to the Greene County Agriculture, and I ran into Casey sitting at her desk. And I just walked in and I asked her, is there any way that she could help me, because I want to lose weight and I didn't know where to start it. She started giving me pamphlets, showing me different things that I could eat, different ways that I can do it, and then she told me she had a program. So I went to the senior citizen where her program was beginning at, and I started from there. And then she took a couple months later, she had another program that come along, so I took the second program. I just taken all her programs to learn how to do what I had to do to lose weight, and I started seeing the results in my face as more she trained me and taught me. And so I just couldn't give up. So every class that they would have, I would take every class. And that's how I began to lose weight. Now, since I lost the weight, I'm down to 1 insulin a week. My blood pressure, I'm down to just 5 milligrams, which is 1 a day. So it's real in control now since I have lost weight. I used to wear a size 26, 28 in my clothes. And my results now, I can wear a 14 to a 12 depending on the material. And that's a good thing. And not only that, being able to breathe, walk more briskly, exercise more, smile more, and think more of myself than I always have, normally haven't thought of myself. And every time I get on the scale, it makes me more and more proud of myself. I came to a cooperative extension because I used to look at the newspaper and saw how they was doing, getting right to do a little vegetable thing where they could sell vegetables and stuff. So, and I got there thinking, if they having canning classes over there and they're having things for 4-H club over there, I said, over there it's got to be a program that help people like me who need to lose weight, who need to learn how to eat more healthier. And so the cooperative extension office, it deal with vegetables, it deal with helping people like me. Casey is an angel. No matter what you need from her, you pick up the phone, you can call her, and she be there to answer any question you want to ask. I mean, I thank God for her, and I thank God for this program, because cooperative extension program is very good. Before I got into the cooperative extension program, I used to didn't like to look in the mirror at myself. I wouldn't even look at myself even from my face on down because I had so much weight problem in my face on down. But I advise anybody, if you see cooperative extension, walk into the office, ask for help, and I guarantee you will look the way you're supposed to look, you'll feel the way you're supposed to feel. Because now I look in the mirror at myself and I say, you go girl, you done it. I pat my own self on the back for going to cooperative extension office.
The representatives from the United Way, when they came to us with this garden last year to get help from us with our trustee program, that's when we learned about just how big this program was. It served as many as 19 plus picking up a few every now and then to help supply those pantries with fresh produce other than having just dried goods and canned goods from other sources. It was probably in November, December, that's when the garden, the issues that we had faced that summer and not having a productive garden when we headed on the northern end of the county to where we had to travel 15 or 20 miles, that's when the idea came up, and the sheriff, he was 100% for this right from the get-go. He said, we just got to make it happen, and got approval through the county, got approval through all the United Way personnel, and then we told them what we could do to help with the trustees. Tracy Perry, he was one of my contact persons from the Agricultural Extension Agency, and what he did, he was a resource in me as far as giving us guidance on what to plant, how to fertilize it, the proper way once we got it planted, once it started growing, as far as putting up the stringers to hold it up off the ground, letting us know that when this particular part of the crop that we had planted had done produced all it was going to do, it's time to take it out and get something else in there. And that was one of the things that I think was very productive about this garden, having the input from him to say, look, this is done, let's start another one. It's to the point that when these food pantries come, it was always food up there waiting for them. Always had plenty to be able to give out. All this food goes out to the pantries that need it, and also I'm gonna use the term the emergency calls. We had a call on a Friday afternoon, a lady and with 3 children had no food. Kathy called me, put a call into me, and it was just a matter of time between her resources she reached out to and what we had here at the garden. That family was very well set up for a week or two in having food and stuff. Next year we got a place back there, along with the help of Charles and Tracy. We can get that soil right to where hopefully we can we'll have another spot back there next year. That'll give us 2 sites. We wanted to grow stuff that was going to fill the belly, and the potatoes, squash, cucumbers, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, your okra. Then we fall into your fall stuff with your cabbage and your collards and your turnip salad. Turnip salad, man, if it's any such thing as a place that can grow some turnip salad, it's obvious with this patch back here. So we are keeping plenty of turnip salad to the pantries that want this food. The garden, when it originally started, I was asked to try to keep up with how much the garden produced. And so I went and found me a set of scales, and the totes that we used, it was very convenient because we had them here on site. We started weighing it, and I tell you what, we was writing it down on a piece of paper, and I wasn't keeping up with it until after about 2 weeks. I went and started putting the numbers together, and the first thing I knew, we was up to like 600 pounds. When the potatoes started coming in and corn, we were up to 2,800 pounds. And then the garden itself, with the collards and the cabbages and stuff, I'm very positive that this garden ought to reach up 3,500 or 4,000 pounds. I myself did not realize how much of a need it was for such a program in the county. I always thought, you go down here to the health department, the social services, and you get what they give you, on the designated day that they have set aside to give this out. And I didn't realize that it was so much more of a need that they had to turn on. One of the representatives from the county, they told that they had to turn away 214 people on one day because they had give out. That's when the realization of this garden started to set in with myself. And I know we have not solved the problem. I know we have put a dent in the problem though. And it's our goal to get bigger and better in helping solve this problem here in this county.
I learned about It's All About You through the Hope County government website. I'm a government employee, so I go on the website a lot, and I saw it advertised on the website. The first time I did it, I think that was the initial program, if I'm not mistaken, and I think I stayed in the program for about 3 weeks. I wasn't really motivated, so I ended up leaving. I was successful with All About You the second time around because I was motivated to do it. I did it with my mother. We were helping each other out, giving each other pep talks. And I think I paid more attention in the class, really applied what I was learning. And I saw changes. I think I stuck with it because when I saw the changes, it made me want to see more. I think Cooperative Extension has helped me reach my goals. By the way they had the curriculum set up, it was the educational tools was easy to understand, helpful, and then Ms. Shirley Smith is very personable, very kind. She shared her own experiences during the class, and it never felt like you were failing at something. They always made you feel like the little things were good. Half a pound was good, or even if you didn't lose anything, you were still motivated because at least you didn't gain, She was very encouraging. Since going through It's All About You, I make sure I eat breakfast every morning. I make sure with lunch it's something healthy, a protein, vegetables, dinner, something healthy, protein, vegetables, fiber. I just make sure that I eat breakfast because that was one of the main things in the class that I learned. If you don't eat breakfast, once you go throughout your day, you're going to binge on something because you're hungry. And then as far as the exercising, I just make sure I'm doing something every day, even if it's 30 minutes a day, walking, something aerobics. I ordered some DVDs, so I do that at home, if I don't want to pay for my gym membership, which I don't, so I can do something free. Yeah. My doctor has noticed my success. I went recently and they just told me that I had lost some weight and to keep it up because some of my health problems, if I do continue to lose weight, they won't affect me as much as they do. It's All About You and Cooperative Extension, Ms. Shirley Smith, I think has really changed my life and my mother's life. If Cooperative Extension had not offered the program, I think my health outlook would be probably poor. I think I would be in worse shape than I am now. And I think because in the rural areas, I think sometimes it's okay to eat certain things, like the fried foods and the fat back, and it's a country thing. So I think being in the class and being educated about those things and how they affect you, that's how cooperative extension has helped me. It helps you in the long run. It'll help you live longer, feel better about yourself, help you with your self-esteem, teach you to be healthy, and then you can teach that to your family. So I think that it's a really good program, and you can make a lot of really good changes for yourself and just make you feel better about yourself, make you live longer. Everybody wants to live longer. So.
I got involved with this Winton Farmers Market through in by Cooperative Extension. They knew that my daddy was involved with the farmers market in the area, and I had been doing a little bit with them, and they gave me a call and asked me would I be interested. For the Winton Farmers Market, I drove cabbage, salad, tomatoes, peanuts, collards, sweet potatoes, corn, broccoli, and strawberries. A lot of the shoppers in the area that come by the Winton Farmers Market, they tell me that they rather have these fresh vegetables. A lot of the people, they know me, they know where I'm growing my vegetables at, and they know that it's fresh, just like some vegetables that I bought today. Salad, pears, all of it was picked this morning about an hour before I came to the market. So all of it is fresh, and my shoppers, they really appreciate that. And they always come back to me and let me know how glad they are that they can get this. My income at the farmers market have increased because I deal with more people than it was before when I was kind of dealing at home. Even though I had to sign at home, up here on Main Street and Winton at the Winton Farmers Market, it got a lot of people coming by on the highway and everything, and I just get more business. A good day at the Winton Farmers Market, a lot of time I would make $350 to $400 on a good day. That's when the traffic is good, people getting off work, and I have a good supply of vegetables. A good indicator of success at the market, I like to deal with people. A lot of time just sitting down, talking with people, a lot of times I really enjoy that. It's not really the money all the time, but it's really communion with the people. The Winton Farmers Market really had a good impact on the community because of the fresh vegetables that we bring out here. And there's not a grocery store long here in this area. So they don't have to go all the way to the grocery store to get the vegetables. And even if they do get to the grocery store, the vegetables is fresher here. Cooperative Extension and the NARS have really helped me along the way. I go to them for advice. I also, with the Cooperative Extension, I got a grant for a deep well to water my vegetables with. And that really helps me to get started early, and when the dry weather comes, I can keep it going. And that really helped me a whole lot.
I was selected in Fit Youth Initiative by my basketball teacher. She told me about it. Well, she told the whole basketball team about it. And I let my mom know, and she told me to do it. So I started doing it, and then I started liking it, so I stayed in it. Before I started FYI, I didn't used to get out a lot. I used to stay in the house and watch TV. I did do sports, but I wasn't that active in sports. And now that I'm obese, I have been watching my weight ever since I started in FYI now. And now I'm more seriously about picking what type of foods I want to eat, and I look at the labels on the ingredients more at home now. I have learned how to read labels on different cereals and on different ingredients from Miss Haley, and she also taught me how to look in calories per box, and she taught me when you go into the stores, look and then it helps you with prices too, and just how to eat healthy. Knowing about calories, it helped me make better choices on how to eat healthier. Eating unhealthy food can cause type 2 diabetes and very high blood pressure, and it can cause many deaths. And I know that in America we have a lot of obesity. My uncle, he has type 2 diabetes, and the way he treats it by insulin, and he had got it from overeating junk food and not healthy foods and foods that just had a lot of calories and fat in it. I play basketball and volleyball, and I want to play those sports so I can be more fit and active instead of doing just regular exercises. And I know that I have that potential to do more things, and I like to accomplish more things in my life now. I think you should join FYI because it helps you be more fit and active, and it really helped me a lot because now I'm more fit and active, and now my weight has went a little bit down because now I do more at home, not just watching TV, or I don't eat in front of the TV anymore because I learned that from Miss Haley, not to eat in front of the TV anymore. Ever since I started the FYI program, I have now been ready to start more exercising and do a lot more sports and just accomplish and do better things in my life.
5 years ago, I wasn't the type of person that really, planned for the future. I was kind of one of those spontaneous, in the moment type of people. I was a hot-headed individual. I had problems with authority. I was just, here, there, and everywhere. I didn't really care too much about, my schooling, academic success, things like that. I didn't really care. I didn't have any plans, I just was just going with the flow. So they're vice versa, yin and yang, however you want to put it, because I didn't have any plans and now I have plans. Currently I'm enrolled in RCC, Richmond Community College, and I am studying transfer studies, and whenever I transfer I have my associate's degree in science. And future plans, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm hoping to transfer to A&T. For right now, what I'm saying is business administration, but like I said, things could change.
Right now I'm working with Norn. Had to get a little things out the way so I can join the Airborne hopefully in the next 5 months. 5 years ago, I didn't even know whether I was going to graduate high school. I was a whole different person. I was out of school, disrespecting teachers, disrespecting my parents, drugs, fights, gang-related activities. But I really started changing this over the past 2 years. My grades in school have grown way better, and I decided I wanted to go to college, which is something I never thought I would do. After all these problems, I ended up having to go to court, and it really opened my eyes. They put me on probation, and I had to do community service hours. It started making me think that, all this running around and getting in trouble wasn't cool. And then I met Norrin Sanford. He actually was my mental health therapist for about a year. It was a court-mandated group. And then he asked me, did I want to join this pilot program with Scouts for Youth, and I told him yeah.
I can say what made me improve my personal circumstances was just, working with Norrin, going places, seeing that what I was doing and what he was doing, comparing the two and the future outlooks of them. His was way better, than what I had planned for myself. The Wagram Community Garden has taught me unity, brotherhood, coming togetherness, and it let me know that in life, you need somebody there. It may be the littlest thing, but just the interaction with somebody else, it can help you through a situation, help you get the job done quicker.
At the Wagram Community Garden, I learned how to work with other people. When I was younger, if I really didn't grow up with you, I really didn't hang with you. And coming to work with Norrin, meeting these other guys, and knowing that I can work shoulder to shoulder with them, it brought unity and brotherhood.
Cooperative Extension has helped us just by, bringing people in to host trainings on aquaponics, vermiculture, and just overall planting techniques that we can use out in the garden. So I would like to, take the time out to personally thank them, because I know without them, I probably, wouldn't have the interest in my own business. So I like to thank them because that is money later, and I'm talking way later. So that's going to help me out a lot in life. If it wasn't for this program, honestly, I don't know where I would be. This program, gave me the change it gave me the outlook that I needed, you know, to see that positive things yield a positive outcome. I'd probably be in the street somewhere, my mom would probably be stressed out, I may even be dead or in jail.
If it wasn't for this program, I'd still be in that negative cycle that I was in about 3 or 4 years ago. I'd probably be incarcerated or be in a pine box somewhere 6 feet under the ground. So if it wasn't for this group, I really don't know where I'd be.
What I've learned here in this garden, it will help me in my future by keeping me hungry. It kept me driven. It let me know that, you know, this is just the beginning, and that's how I look at everything. I don't know where I got the mentality from, but I always try to apply business to everything. And I really do like business, and this garden here is giving me an outlet, you know, to grow produce and, you know, interact with other gardeners.
The beekeeping we started about 7, 8 months ago. Through Cooperative Extension, they provided our beehives, the bees, and the bee suits. My overall goal is to produce honey and be able to sell that honey.
Another project that we're working on is the abandoned prison in Wagram, North Carolina. And now we're looking to turn the site into a sustainable farm and educational center. And it's also going to be an outlet for at-risk youth in our community so they can have a chance to see things that I didn't get a chance to see, and it can possibly change them, mold them, form them into a better individual by letting them have the opportunity to see those different skills.
Me and Terrence are the leaders of this program because we're the eldest, and also we live by this metaphor, flip your prison. We flipped our lives basically like we're going to flip this prison in Wagram, North Carolina.
I found out about moving in the mountains by watching Dee dance at a dance. And she was so enthused and had such a good attitude about it that I wanted to learn how to do that. So I approached her and she invited me to come to the class. So that's how I got started with learning how to clog.
I met Dee, found out about the Cooperative Extension at that time, and it just grew from there. I would see people clogging and it just fascinated me. I wanted to learn, but I really didn't think I could. So they have really inspired me to get out there and try. There's times I want to sit down and give up because I'm not very good at it, I don't think, but they're so encouraging. So I keep it up. The atmosphere in the classes is very relaxed. We don't have a very difficult time. It's not something that has to be perfectionism. That's why we're called Tangle Feet Stompers. So if we make a mistake, we just keep going and laugh. We have a good time. It's just a lot of fun. I guess that would be the best way to characterize the atmosphere, just fun.
This is the first time I've ever used Cooperative Extension, but it's really nice. And I'm thankful that we have this, that we can come over here and have the teachings with Cooperative Extension. I've seen changes in my fitness over the years. In fact, I have. It's helped me to seem like to stay at a pretty good peak. So I am in pretty good physical condition, I feel like, for my age, compared to other people my age. It's really helped me. Of course, I'm 74 years old, and I don't see too many people 74 years old is out there clogging the way I do.
Since I began participating in these classes, I can see that my stamina has increased quite a bit. Walking up and down hills, I can do that a lot better. My knees seem to be in better shape. My blood pressure has come down, and I have lost 50 pounds, so I can definitely say that I've seen improvement in my physical fitness. I would absolutely recommend the clogging and the line dancing to anyone. Would recommend both, but if you only have interest in one, just get involved and try one out. See how much fun it is, see how much it will help you as far as your health, your fitness level, and just making a lot of new friends. Being new to the area, it has really expanded our horizons here by meeting a lot of really nice people.
We do a lot of routines, and each routine is different. And every time we come to class, we do a new routine. So it takes a lot of memory work, which I feel like helps me to keep from getting any kind of memory loss by using the different the routines and learning the routines. I don't have time for memory loss or Alzheimer's because I have too many dances I've got to learn. Dee Decker is a very sweet girl who always smiles, never criticizes, always tries to improve us with just by her smile and talking to us in a manner that we don't feel like that she's really criticizing in any way.
Dee Decker is absolutely one of the most encouraging people that I have ever met. She's always willing to help you in any, not just in dancing, but in anything else. And she just has the kind of personality that people are drawn to. She's truly a people person. This is the first time that I've used Cooperative Extension. I really did not know what it was. I thought it was just something about agriculture, and I found out that it's really about community.
Woo!